Okay, so here we are wrapping up another incredible week. Baruch Hashem of learning tefillah together. Whether we'll have a shiur tomorrow or not will be a game time decision. So yesterday we began learning of the Segulah of Yirmiyahu HaNavi. This Segulah, the incredible idea that Yirmiyahu HaNavi taught us, that how do we open up the gates of heaven? How do we ensure that bracha and shefa and everything that we need comes to fruition? Taught Yirmiyahu HaNavi, Kesher Adam Bitsara, Vishari Bracha Skurim. You're in a bad matziv, and it seems like the gates of heaven are closed. Yisbainin B'roiv Tevaisav. Think of all the good that Hashem has given you on the whole world, and you particularly, and via that you will come to receive that which you need. But there's a question that someone reached out after the shiur yesterday and asked, and I think it's an unspoken and obvious question. Is this a game? Is this some sort of heebie-jeebie Segulah? Someone needs parnasa, so all of a sudden just start thanking Hashem. Someone needs children, so start pretending by saying shirais and tishbachais to Hashem. Is that what Yirmiyahu HaNavi means? So there's really two answers to that question. The first answer is maybe, meaning we all know, and no one should know of such, but when someone's in a really, really bad situation, it's hard to even pretend, even to just say, thank you for A, B, C, D. It's almost impossible to utter those words. And numerous stories of different gedolim and tzaddikim that have given over this eitzah, people without children and people needing shidduchim, and different gedolim. I know personally Rav Scheinberg gave this eitzah to someone, and he told a father who was awaiting shidduchim for two of his elderly daughters, be happy with what you have, then Hashem will give you more. And the man was livid. Be happy with what I have? Be happy with what I have? Just give a bracha, give a bracha. And eventually it settled in. It took the man a few weeks till he realized, you know what? Let me be happy with what I have. Let me try. And it's a hard work to try to find ways to say thank you. And in reality, fake it till you make it, as they say. The reality is the Gaon says it. We all know the concept that the external awakens the internal. So the more you say thank you, the more you find ways to say thank you. Even when you don't mean it, eventually you'll come to mean it. But the real depth of this Segulah is to mean it. As he then goes on by quoting the Mesilas Yesharim, Ein lecha adam be'ezeh matzav sheyimseh. There's no person in any situation, im ani if he's poor, im usher if he's rich, im bari if he's healthy, im chayil if he's sick, shlo yireh nifla'is v'toivos rabbis. There's always so much goodness. As we threw in the line yesterday, every moment of life is in reality worth everything in this world. What one wouldn't give for another moment of life. So this eitzah on this Segulah is really to dig deep, and in that horrible situation, find something to be really thankful of, really grateful. And it's hard work, but that's the Segulah of Yirmiyahu HaNavi. But then Rav Shimshon Pincus takes this one step deeper, as he always does. He says, Zois va'oid, let me add something on. That any time you have something good in your life, so now this is going to flip it a little bit, because maybe someone's listening and saying, Baruch Hashem, I'm not in a horrible situation. So does this apply to me? The answer is, it applies doubly. Zois ve'oid, even more. Anytime something good is coming to you, where did that goodness come from? You have a good job, you have family, you have parnasa, you have good health. Whatever amount of goodness that means is that the gates in that area are open and you're receiving from Hashem for that goodness. Says Rav Shimshon Pincus, the gate is open, keep it open. It's easier to keep a gate open than to open it up. So when you have good health, when you have parnasa, when you have the children, when you have shidduchim, and every area that you have, the more you're grateful and thankful for that area is the more that gate stays open. And then the more shefa and bracha and parnasa and shidduchim and health, etc., that will continue coming to a person. And he concludes with the words, V'ata achai, he calls us my brother, says Rav Shimshon Pincus. Listen, Shama Yisoid Gadol, listen to this incredible idea. Ein lecha davar hamivi bracha v'yeshua kimai hasimcha v'atov levav. Be happy, be joyous. In reality, the more that we work on this, the more that you try to have gratitude, the more that you try to focus in areas to be thankful of, It's all one beautiful circle. It makes you joyous. It makes you more thankful. Makes you more appreciative, which thereby allows the gates to be open and more shefa and more bracha and more simcha. B'siyata d'shmaya.